And welcome back to Traffic Talk with Ash and Moran from the Acadiana Planning Commission. We're going to talk about a lot of things here. First, we're going to start off with general safety knowledge that you need to know about.
Yes, Louisiana ranks 9th, unfortunately, for fatal crashes involving trains. So we just want to ask people to be careful because I did mention before, a lot of our freight traffic, goes to the chemical plants. It's going to other parts of the country. It is a lot of it's chemicals. So, if a train derails, it typically will be a hazmat situation. At least that will be the first responders to go out there. Mm-hmm. So avoid the areas if you have a train crash. Don't go out there and look at that. That's very, very dangerous. And then obviously follow all train intersection controls and such when the gates are down. Don't go around the gates. Don't stop on train tracks, that kind of thing.
Right. And kind of leading into that, a lot of times you do see issues with passenger rail. Often.
Yes. So we have a lot of really great passenger rail in this area. Actually, you can get on the train station at Rosa Parks, and you can go all the way to Los Angeles, or even Chicago or New York, connecting through to New Orleans. However, the Amtrak trains do go really, really fast. Mm-hmm. So, if you see an Amtrak train, give it a special pause because unlike the freight rail, they will go, at highway speeds in order to get people to their destination.
Right. And then finally, one of the other things that you may notice if you take Highway 90 a lot in Potuville and the Jeanneret area, there's that one area where we have a train rail and it says railroad exempt.
Yes.
Explain that.
So just as good knowledge for everyone to know, freight trucks, commercial motor vehicles, buses, school buses have to stop at all rail crossings, even if there's no gates closed, even if there's no trains coming, because it's just an extra bit of caution, because obviously those crash types can be very deadly. Mm-hmm. This one in particular, this is a very low used rail crossing, but unfortunately people were just not really expecting it on Highway 90. There was a lot of fatal collisions there. So it was exempted because it is a very low traffic. There's just one or two little shipments that go during the week. And I think the sugar mill, from what I understand, is trying to build like an underground pipe system so they can close that little crossing. Yeah. But just in general, like anytime you see a crossing, just kind of slow down a bit, give it a little bit of caution, especially if you're around a commercial motor vehicle or a school bus, because you might not expect that they will stop, because they have to stop. They have to stop and look and make sure it's safe for them to cross before they go over.
Absolutely.
So luckily, since we put in this exemption, this intersection has been made a lot more safe. We haven't had any issues since then, thankfully. But just be aware.
That's a good little reminder there. Ash and Moran, thank you so much. We're going to see you next week for another round of Traffic Talk. But in the meantime, we're going to